Hello guys, welcome to my page today. My name is Blessing. Today I am making Oha soup. Yes, so this is our Oha. Yes, this is our Oha leaf actually. Then here we have our protein. We have so many protein to put in the soup. Here comes the stockfish that we're going to use for this particular soup today. Yes, then here and we have our crayfish. Yes, that needs to be blended. Here we have our dry fish, and we have our pomo here. Ooh. And in here we have the main protein. So we have so many things to put in this soup to make it delicious. Yes, so let's go to the next stage, which is going to be our pepper. Here we have the yellow pepper and we have the red pepper. I'm going to be making use of everything here because people in this house, they love pepper. I love pepper too, but not as much as I do. So in here we have our palm fruit, popularly known as banga. So this is the main deal. This is where the big deal comes in. So we'll be making use of this banga. Yes, see. Yes. So here comes the yam. Here comes the yam I'm going to be using today for this soup. So guys, wait for the final result so you can know how good a cook I am. Yeah, so my people, we are forgetting something. You see this wonder here? This is called ogiri. Never you make Oha soup without this wonder here. This ogiri smells like hair, but when it enters Oha soup, it does wonders. Here, you just put a little in your Oha soup, and see the magic it will do to that Oha soup. So guys, I need to cover it. This smells so bad, but it doesn't smell inside the Oha. It tastes so good inside the Oha. So whenever you want to make your Oha soup, ensure you put this wonder inside. Ogiri is a big name and it does wonder to Oha. Whenever you're cutting your Oha, never you use knife. Don't you ever use knife to cut your Oha leaf. Don't use knife to cut this. No, use your hand like this to cut it. This is a mistake a lot of people make and it damages your Oha leaf. Ensure you use your hand to cut it to any pieces of your choice. Use your hand like this. So simple, very simple. I'm really sweating. I'm sweating badly. Guys, at this point our banga is properly cooked. Yes, I cooked this banga more than 30 minutes so it could have a soft texture. Now it is ready to be pounded. So here you pound it. Oh, I have a cocoyam inside because actually here you pound it until it is properly pound. You get. So at this point our banga is ready. So I separated the oil from the shaft. So this is the shaft actually. This is the shaft. This is the bean already. So this is what we are going to be making use of. In order for our pepper not to be too spicy, I decided to fry it so that it will not be too spicy, because I used a lot of pepper actually. So at this point our protein is ready. So I need to transfer it from this pot to this pot like this. I use the big pot because I don't have small pots. I'm already making use of the small pot for something else. So transferring it to the pot of banga on the fire. So guys, remember that I'm making big pot of soup. So this is the banga. I just transferred the banga and the parboiled meat on the fire. So now let's move to the cocoyam. Okay, so before you put your ogiri inside your pot of Oha soup, ensure you melt it with the soup water. Okay, I use the banga to melt it. Don't just put it inside the pot of soup like that. To have seed and you don't want that for your soup. Okay, ensure you have a properly well mixed texture before transferring it to the pot of soup. So this is our ogiri. Okay, and still I don't want to use the fresh water because my soup water is already enough for me. I don't want to add more water. So still using the same hot water. Use hot water to melt it. Okay, I have boiled this cocoyam. If your cocoyam is properly cooked, it shouldn't take you time to peel off the back. It should be very easy for you, like it doesn't take time. Ensure you cook your cocoyam properly so that when you want to pan or blend it, you won't find it, there will not be seed inside. Okay, if it is not properly cooked, it's going to have seed inside, and that is not what we want here. We want a very smooth blended cocoyam. Okay, so this is it. You can see how flexible this thing is to remove. See, it's well cooked. Actually, I cooked this cocoyam and the palm fruits, which is the banga, together. I cooked the both of them together. So I have already pounded the banga is on the fire with my meat while I work on this one. I don't sweat. It's not easy to be a woman, but it's fine. Hey people, I am done removing the back of the cocoyam, so I'm trying to add oil. The reason being is I am not satisfied with the quantity of banga I have, so added red oil to make the oil come out properly. Okay, so I have to drop this and face this thing properly. Okay. At this point, our cocoyam is well blended or pounded. I would have used blender, but there's no light in this house, so I decided to use mortar that my mother taught me back then in my village. This process is okay. It is time to transfer our cocoyam, our blended cocoyam or pounded cocoyam, into the pot of soup on the fire. After blending, just transfer it into the pot of soup. Okay, don't need to worry, it's going to dissolve by itself inside the pot of soup. Just transfer. Okay, sit. So another reason why I added this red oil is because the reason why I added this red oil to this cocoyam inside the mortar is because I wouldn't want to put this red oil directly into the pot of soup and it will come and settle. It will now settle on top of the pot of soup as if it's ribabin way. No, don't do that. Because I needed extra oil inside this pot of soup. Like I said, I am not satisfied with the amount of the quantity of banga I have, so I decided to add red oil so that my soup can be very reddish. So you put the oil, if you find yourself in this kind of situation, put the oil inside the cocoyam you want to blend. Don't just pour it directly inside the pot of soup, because it's going to settle. The oil is going to set on top of the pot of on top of the water or the soup. Don't do that. Just ensure you just merge everything together into the mortar or blender and blend both the oil and the cocoyam together to have a fine mixture. Okay. At this point, we just have to close the pot of soup, and you see, after opening it, you see that all these things, they are going to melt inside the pot of soup. Okay, the cocoyam is going to melt inside. Don't worry yourself. Now let's close it. We are back. Let's check what we have here. Ooh, this looks so good. Okay, remember I told you that just put your cocoyam and everything will be sorted out. This is, you can see it has melted. Can you still see the cocoyam inside? No. There is no cocoyam inside again, so it's sorted out. Sorted itself out, guys. So now I am okay with the texture of this. Okay with the texture. Okay. Ooh, look what we have here. Look what we have here. This is what we call African soup. This is actually Igbo soup from the eastern part of Nigeria, actually. Here comes the queen. Here comes the queen. So guys, there will be no Oha soup if the sleeve is not included. This is the real deal. This is the queen of the soup. This is actually what it's called Oha. This is Oha leaf, properly washed ready to be transferred into my boiling pot of soup. Yes, without this soup, no, without this leaf, I meant to say no soup. Okay, so now let's transfer this leaf to our soup. Ooh. Ooh. Guys, are you seeing this? Are you feeling this? I'm not okay with this soup. With this spoon, I need to change it. Are you feeling this? Are you feeling this? So guys, this is our pot of Oha soup. Okay, so let's just hold on for the leaf to be properly cooked. Okay. So guys, here is the final result of our Oha soups. You can see how the milk and tasty this food looks. And here comes the king. So which other swallow do you think can go with this pot of good health?